Next on the detail to-do list is going to be this engine bay. Well, welcome back to Horseplay Motoring. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to jump into some more truck content. This is my 99 Silverado Abdel Blanche from the Golden Girls. She's a Golden Girl. I just realized with people asking questions, I never really went into full detail. And speaking of detail, I've never even vacuumed out this truck since the day I've bought it. So we're going to get some things cleaned up and I'm going to go over some things. So this is my extremely dirty on the inside 99 Silverado. Now the passenger seat, the back seats are really good shape. The driver's seat is the only one that has an issue, but I do not have a cracked dash. Whoa, most people cannot get over that. So I'm gonna get in, I'm gonna vacuum this all up. I would love to find seat covers, but the kids has been in here. The one thing I do not like about this truck is only that side opens. And I think 2001, they had where this side opened as well, and then they went to the 4 doors, but yeah. And this does have a little crack right here. When I got the truck, the heater and the AC didn't work. I fixed that. This didn't open. I fixed that. The radio half worked. I put a unit in it where I could Bluetooth my phone. I had a really bad skip. I did new spark plugs and wires and everything. It is past due for an oil change. So we're at, this was supposed to be at 234. That's the mileage on the truck. The engine has less on it. Let's see if this will come up. 236. So we're about 2,200 miles past due for an oil change. So we definitely got to get that going. I do have the oil, and like I said, it needs to be vacuumed out and clean really good. All right, we're going to try to knock out some of these stains. They was in the truck when I got it. I wish I could blame this off on my kids, but they was there. So what I have is, this is a quarter Superclean and the rest is water. And I'm going to hit all these and take a brush to it and see what I can get out. I've had a lot of luck using diluted Superclean on carpet. If it bleaches it, I'm not that worried about it, but being that diluted, it should not. So let's see what we can get knocked out, especially this right here. Alright, so it is better, but not way better, but I did get the black spots there and there. This right here, whatever was here, has already bleached it, you can tell. And I soaked all of this with Superclean, so I know it's not my solution of Superclean, because all of this would be bleached. But yeah, I got a lot of the black spots out. It's not 100%, but it looks way better, so got to get over here. So on this side, I do have a little sound system. It came with the truck. It's just a Jensen sub with a 800 watt amp, and fits pretty decent under the seat. You can see where it rubs, but it don't matter. My son sits over there and he weighs 40 something pounds soaking wet. So I'm gonna get that cleaned up, and then I can put that back down, and then I can worry about these spots up here on the front. So again, that isn't perfect, but I got a lot of it out. But if y'all want to see the difference, I mean, look at the line right there where that was hit, that was missed, and some of it's just the way the carpet's laying. If I come and see, definitely looks different. So, but there's a line. You can see a distinct line where I stopped and how dirty all that is. So there is some improvement, and like I said, it's not a show truck, so it's never going to be perfect. I just wanted it a little bit better than what it was, especially like all this where the T-port cup holders in this is sorry. It's probably why all that over there and there was stained, because when you turn, everything falls over and it probably just leaks stuff out. But I'm gonna get started on this and this. That's about as good as it's gonna get. Still got a little in that corner and that corner, and then a little bit right here. Let me unlock this door. But yeah, overall, way better than it was before. And this is the last little section. I'll roll my sub out of the way. Not terrible, but not clean either. So I'll get this straightened up the best I can. And there we go. Better than nothing. Next on the detail to-do list is going to be this engine bay. But before I do that, I need to jump in to the oil change. Now I have a Canon filter, and then I have Mobil 1 1040. It takes 6 quarts. I have another quart over there. But I want to do the oil change so I don't have water and stuff dripping off on top of me while I'm down there trying to change it. And plus, if I have any little mishap adding oil or anything, it'll all get done after the fact. So I'm going to do the oil change, and then I'll worry about this engine. Seems to be about 50-50 whether you should fill these or not. What I do is on these, the filter's straight up, so I go ahead and fill the filter with oil. On my Mustang, it's sideways. I do not, because I end up making a mess, and the oil drain is not as bad as where the filter's like this. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this up with oil and install this, put the plug in, make sure everything's cleaned up, and come up here and add. One thing I do want to say is always make sure you can get your oil fill cap off. I made sure mine was loose. You don't want to drain all that and then something happens and that's stuck and you can't get it off, and then now you can't drive your truck. All right, got 6 quarts of Mobil 1 put in. I am going to start the truck, see if there's any leaks, and check the oil level, and then I will go about detailing this engine. I did see where 4.6 Chris bled his brakes and changed his fluid, and man, mine looks awful dark, so I might have to follow suit with that. Let's see. Ew, yeah. Chris, you might be on to something there. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Nothing leaking. Oil pressure up, and we're looking good. All right, I don't know how y'all can see that, but it is right dead in the middle, right where it needs to be. And that's what a little bit of Superclean, some water and a rag will do. Maybe 30 minutes. Now we're back to where we need to be. I like it. Picasso.
Perfect.
Alright guys, so supposedly to reset the light, you're going to turn the ignition on but not the engine, and you're going to press the gas pedal 3 times slowly but within 5 seconds. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. And it's flashing. And it went away. Now let's see. Off. Back on. There's the message center. Now let's see if the oil change light comes on. no oil change light was successful. There we go. That's all there was to it. Now that I got the truck somewhat cleaned up, got me somewhat cleaned up, I'm gonna put these mats back in it and go for a little ride and discuss what I think the plans are with the truck for the future, and you know, the route I might go. So let me get these in and get on the road. Alright, so we're in the truck now. I do not have a mount, so I'm kind of holding it, but I need to focus on the road while I talk to y'all, so if it's a little out of focus, I apologize. So you can hear how loud the truck is now. It is essentially straight pipe. It does have cats, and it goes into the Y, and then it comes out the side. I'm really thinking about putting one of the resonators from the Mustang that I took off in place. There's a full section that's probably 3.5 foot of straight pipe that's from the factory before what was the factory muffler. I think I'm gonna put a resonator there and kind of tone some of the noise down. I do like the noise, but sometimes, like when I free rev it, I get excessive pops and stuff. Let's see if I can. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but yeah. So a resonator would help with that. Another thing I'm kind of going back and forth on is I have the bass tube that I showed y'all earlier. I'm not a big bass head, but I find myself really jamming out when I get in this truck, and I'm thinking of going with a more a nicer setup with maybe 2 subs with a proper truck box to go underneath the seat. And I'm not looking for crazy bass, but something a little bit nicer than what's back there, and something made specifically for the truck. I do have my lower end shackles I want to put on. I might do the front kit. I'm not sure, but I do want to lower it. Want it a little bit more aggressive. I am having a lot more trouble finding people to step on board with the truck build than I am the Mustang build. As y'all can tell, I got quite a bit of people on board with the Mustang build. The truck build, it's just I think it's something I need to step up my game. I don't think it has to do with them. It's just I've been pretty much in the Mustang game, and I have over 240 videos of the Mustang and like 3 of the truck. So I'm whether, you know, it's gonna be liked or not, I bought the truck with the intention of having content, and that's what I'm gonna do. The performance kid in me wants to come off the Y pipe and cut the Y out, put an X pipe, put both resonators in, like have a true dual system with it ran out the side with a custom bezel, and all that costs money that I'm not sure if I want to put it in right now. But I really think that's a very nice setup. But the practical guy in me just says, let's put maybe some headers on it and put that resonator in the exhaust I already have, because the exhaust I already have is not terrible. Like I said, it's just got some noise that I'm trying to get out. I do want to smooth out the ride, so I'm sure by now it needs new shocks, front and rear. I'm looking at them and they look like the stock GM whatever that came on these. Even if I went with some cheap Monroe, that would probably be a lot better than what's on here. But again, I do want to lower it, so I'm going to look into something of that sort. Had a lot of people hit me up for the wheels. They want these wheels, but then when I posted them up for trade, nobody wants to trade. They want to buy my wheels. They don't want to give me enough to get another set of wheels. But they also, you know, like, what am I supposed to do? Sell my wheels and have my truck on blocks? It's not practical. I had a dude tell me he'd trade me a draggy for a set for my truck wheels. How the hell am I going to get around with a draggy? It can't lift my truck and fly it around. Yeah, I got my Mustang, but my Mustang won't hold the kids. That's, you know, so again, there's a lot of rambling, but I've had people ask me, when's the truck content gonna happen? What are my plans? And like, I never was gonna get too serious in it, but I do want to cover some stuff. I would love a cow hood. I think it makes it look more aggressive with anything. I mean, you can put a cow hood, the proper one, on something as simple as a Cavalier, and it just looks more aggressive. It's just one of them old school things to me that's always, I guess, been ingrained in my mind that cow hood equals cool. But I would like to get some aftermarket wheels, maybe some 20s with it lowered, maybe 22s. I don't know. I don't like too crazy big wheels, but this is two-wheel drive. The 5.3 does great. I would love a cam in this truck, a mild cam, like a NSR cam, which no springs required. I've had people ask me what that means. So just something small, but you know, a little low. Headers and the exhaust that it already has, I mean, would be great. Again, I'm not looking for huge gains. I just want something kind of cool to cruise around in. That's pretty much what my Mustang is a cruiser, but this is more of a cruiser because it's got radio and AC, which I'm blessed in right now. That's about it, guys. Just simple things that I want to do, get it cleaner, get it looking better, and just have some fun with it. I would absolutely love to go with a supercharger or nitrous on this truck. Like I said, getting on board with that is pretty far reach right now. The only thing I can think of is if I go another route on the Mustang and I put the nitrous over to the truck. But even then, I'm not sure. I'm thinking just bolt-on cam, be done kind of performance-wise, focus on looks, tonneau cover, wheels, lowering it, maybe a paint change, a hood, you know, simple things, but things that make a pretty big impact. But I'm fixing to be out on the main road here, and so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. And as always, thank you for watching. This is Horseplay. Let me know what you think of the truck content. Again, Blanche is going to be on the truck more, or on the truck. Blanche will be on the channel more. Sorry, a cat ran out in front of me and got me all confused. But yeah. So if you like the truck content, let me know. If you don't, I apologize, but it's just something that I had intentions of doing all along. So this is Horseplay. We out.
I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with the 16 bars. I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with the 16 bars. I won't turn around, I won't.